All right, everyone, welcome back. You ready to take your short game to the next level?
Always ready to improve.
Well, today we're going deep on dynamic pitching.
Dynamic pitching.
Yeah, dynamic pitching. It's more than just like, hitting the ball.
Sounds intense.
It is. It's all about unleashing power in your short game. We're going to be breaking down some awesome insights from a Sportsbox AI 3D Online Golf Academy podcast. You with me?
I'm all ears.
Great. And hey, even if you're not a golfer, stick around. Because the principles we're going to unpack, they can actually apply to anything where you need power and precision. Kind of cool, right?
Yeah, for sure. I can already see that. I looked into this episode a bit beforehand, and the way they talk about maximizing power, pretty impressive stuff. Could really change how people approach their golf game.
Right. Okay, so one of the things that really jumped out at me, their focus on stance and ball placement. Right? They're super specific about it.
Yeah.
Narrow stance, ball 3 inches inside the left heel.
I gotta admit, if I was just going on instinct,
Yeah.
I'd probably go wider for stability, right? Especially on a short shot.
Me too. So why do they say this narrow stance is so important?
Okay, it might seem counterintuitive, but think of it like stretching a rubber band.
Okay.
The further back you pull, the more potential energy you're storing. So that narrow stance, it's like winding up that rubber band.
Oh, I see. It's all about that initial setup.
Exactly. It's how you load your body to unleash power later.
Load is one of the words they use. They also talk about lag and the workhorse.
Yeah, those are some of their key terms.
For folks who aren't familiar with golf lingo, can you break down what those actually mean?
Sure. So load is basically the energy you're building up on your backswing. Think of it like, I don't know, winding up a spring.
Okay, I got that. And lag?
Lag is that split second, like right before a whip cracks.
Yeah.
When the club head's trailing behind your hands.
Gotcha, building that tension.
Yep. And the workhorse, that's your hips. They're the engine driving the whole movement.
So we've loaded up, we've got that leg, now it's time to make contact.
Exactly.
And they talk about the ideal impact with a flat lead wrist and a forward channeling position. Can you paint us a picture of what that looks like?
All right, imagine this. You're trying to skip a stone across a lake, right?
Okay. I can visualize that.
You're leaning forward, releasing the stone at just the right angle so it skims the surface.
Right.
That forward channeling position in golf is similar. You're leaning slightly towards the target to make sure you hit the ball cleanly before hitting the ground. Makes sense.
Makes perfect sense.
Oh.
So that's the forward channeling
Really?
and the flat lead wrist.
That's all about control.
Right.
Think of it like the rudder on a boat.
Oh, interesting.
It's keeping the club face square, guiding the ball where you want it to go.
So much control in such a short swing.
Exactly.
Okay, here's what I find fascinating.
Yeah.
They emphasize this continuous hip movement throughout the entire swing.
Yeah, that's where a lot of amateurs go wrong.
I'm guilty of it too.
Okay.
You kind of decelerate through impact, right?
Yeah.
Like you're bracing yourself for the hit.
It's a natural instinct. But think about it. If you let go of that loaded spring too early, you lose all that energy.
Oh, interesting. So like a baseball pitcher cutting their throw short.
Exactly. Or a tennis player stopping their swing abruptly.
You're robbing yourself of power.
Exactly. So in golf, maintaining that hip rotation through the ball, that's how you transfer all that energy into the shot.
So it's like a follow through.
Yes, it's all connected. One continuous motion.
Okay, so we've got a lot of pieces here. To recap, there are 5 key elements for a dynamic pitch.
5 dynamics, that's right.
Flat lead wrist, forward channeling position,
Load, leg.
and that continuous hip movement. It's like a recipe, right?
Yeah, exactly. You miss one ingredient.
The whole thing falls apart.
Exactly. And each one plays a specific role. Like we talked about, the flat lead wrist guides the club face. The forward channeling position ensures clean contact. Loading and lagging maximize your energy. And the continuous hip rotation, well, that's your power source.
So it's not just about muscle. It's about setting up correctly.
Controlling your energy, maintaining momentum.
It's dynamic, just like the name says.
It really is. And you know what? This has got me thinking.
Yeah. What's on your mind?
We've been focusing on the physical side of dynamic pitching, right? But how much do you think mental focus plays a role?
Oh, that's interesting.
Like visualization, being in the zone, could that be just as important as the physical technique?
That's a great point. Something to ponder for sure.
Definitely. Food for thought as you hit the course.
All right, everyone. Great deep dive today. Thanks for joining us as we unpacked dynamic pitching. Now get out there and practice.
See you next time.
And let those powerful, accurate shots fly.